Hello, and welcome to another Rouge unit of the week. And today we're taking a look at the IAR-37 reconnaissance bomber. The IAR-37 was a light bombing as well as a reconnaissance aircraft which entered into service in 1938 with the Royal Romanian Air Force. It was a three-seated biplane with a pilot, an observer, as well as a rear gunner. It would see service in the Romanian Air Force all throughout their time in the Eastern Front in, as you guessed it, reconnaissance and light bombing roles. In-game, the IAR-37 is a 55-point reconnaissance bomber available exclusively to the 5th Romanian Cavalry Division, and it has 4 weapons. So the weapon loadout is rather diverse. You have Trove 50kg bombs, which is really the real meat and potatoes behind the units. It's a lot of high explosives, 600 kilograms to be exact, so not all that bad. Of course, against more heavily armoured targets you're really not going to do much. It's more against infantry and other soft targets. You have 2 forward-facing light machine guns, which are pretty mediocre. You also have rear-facing turret machine guns, 2 of them to be exact, which are also extremely mediocre and barely have any ammunition, so good luck shooting anything down with this aircraft. Pop down to the miscellaneous stats. It has recon optics, it is considered a heavy bomber, and yeah, I'll give it that, but I wouldn't really consider it a fighter. That's definitely pushing the mark a little bit. It goes 270 kilometers an hour, has good optics, a base agility of good, and bad resilience. In battle, the IAR-37 is another one of those reconnaissance planes, but it has a rather interesting gimmick of being able to blow up the stuff which it spots. And damn, it can really blow up stuff. It has 600 kilograms of high explosives, which allows you to, well, deal with a lot of threats. It's mainly best for killing soft targets, such as infantry and anti-tank guns, and all of that jazz, but you can still stress out tanks if need be. So blowing up stuff is one thing. Getting to blow stuff up with the airplane is another, due to its dreadful speed of only 270 kilometers an hour. You're gonna have to rate a little bit once you call it in to actually blow stuff up, and that gives your opponent a lot of time to bring in fighters and heck even anti-aircraft to actually shoot you down. So the IAR is definitely a unit that is really only worthwhile to get in A phase when there's not much of an anti-aircraft net to worry about. But even with this in mind, you can still get quite a lot of these. You get 2 per card in A phase unvetted, and you get 2 cards of them in total, so you can get up to 4 of these airplanes early on in A phase, which is very good, because that's like, what, 220 points to bring in over 2,000 kilograms of explosives, as well as having reconnaissance optics. I think you could definitely do some very cheesy plays, bringing out quite a few of these guys to blow up early enemy positions. And even if you do get to the later stages of the game and you actually have these guys still alive, you can still use them as a decent passive reconnaissance plane to fly over your lines and just spot anything that tries to sneak by. It's a pretty useful multi-row unit. Just don't expect to actually shoot anything down with it. I have no idea why they even declare this thing as a fighter. If someone does actually manage to shoot something down with this, please send me a replay of that. I'd be curious to see it. But that's all I really have to say. It's another fun, gimmicky aircraft that would probably be a bit overpowered in other divisions, but considering it's in 5th Cavalry, which is pretty mediocre, it's a good unit which they definitely need. And well, I'm gonna leave it off. Yeah, this has been another Rouge unit of the week. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and as usual, please just take it easy.